Wally Parks, the founder of the NHRA. It's pewter for the 60th anniversary, and it is time. Pro Stock Motorcycle coming up on the line. That's Jerry Savoy. He's an alligator former from Louisiana. And there's a 19-year-old kid, the son of an indigent who is still active, but both of these guys are looking for their very first win, and they want to do it at the biggest event there is.
And Paul, for Jerry Savoy, this is a new old bike. They got it from the Schumacher camp. Antron Brown helped develop the Aero package with Aerodyne. The bike was completed at the end of '09, but it had not been raced until this weekend.
I spoke with Hector Arana Sr. back in the pits, and he is so proud of Junior. He said he got himself to the finals, and I have all the confidence in the world that he can get the win. But he said, I'm not going to jump up and down and celebrate just yet. He's trying to stay calm and then celebrate the day.
Well, it should only be a few seconds until he starts jumping. There he goes.
Wow, look at that
His
run.
son has won his very first race at the U.S. Nationals and did it in fine style. 6:86. Hector Arana Jr. is now a champion of the U.S. Nationals.
How about that? That's making a statement. Low ET for the race to win your first U.S. Nationals. Hey, this kid's going to be in the hunt for that Rookie of the Year championship.
Dave Reed.
And now the Aranas join such other father-sibling names as Alan Johnson, or Warren Johnson, Kurt Johnson, Ashley Force Hood, John Force. How about the Don Schumacher and Tony Schumacher? You look like you're about to faint. How cool was that?
Oh, my God. Unbelievable.
I feel the jitters. I feel weak. My legs, they're giving up on me. It's not because I'm old. But it's really exciting to see my son doing well. And what it's showing me and proving to me that he can ride, and I can ease my mind now and not worry too much when he goes down the track. You know, it's been awesome. But I want to thank all Lucas Oil, the whole company that stood behind it, support. That was their idea to do this and bring Hector over here, and everyone else that supported. Worldwide Bearing, Mostar, I love you guys. I love the fan, the support that keeps coming by.
Your son just won the Mac Jewels U.S. Nationals.
Hector, did you dare dream at the start of a rookie season that you might be now holding a silver pewter Wally that symbolizes winning at the U.S. Nationals?
No, I knew I'd be holding one this year. I just knew it. But not the U.S. Nationals. And actually, my girlfriend and I, the same night, both had a dream that I was going to win it. So that made me feel a little bit better coming into this race. But just this S&S Lucas Oil powered Buell, she's running mean. She's got worldwide bearings in it, Autolite plugs, Mold Star parts. I mean, she's a beast. And just thank you, everybody, for getting me there.
Woo! Stat guy?
How about Hector Jr. took 10 races to get his first Wally. His dad, guys, took 149. How about that kid winning the big go?
He's a student up at Purdue University in engineering. You can bet they're cheering for him up there as well. Pro Stock, here they come. KB Racing, Greg Anderson, and Jason Line. John Kernan.
And with Jerry Savoy. Jerry, considering this is a new bike and the problems you had this weekend, still a good day.
Yes, sir. We really worked hard at the shop. You know, 2 blown engines this weekend. I'm thank God for everything that I have here today. Full throttle. NHRA, such a professional organization. It's unbelievable. I don't have any sponsors to thank, but look, to be at the U.S. Nationals and come in second, I am so happy.
You think he's from Louisiana? I think so. Well, Jason Line says he doesn't like this race. Well, he's never won it. He may change that opinion in just a few minutes. Greg Anderson, on the other hand, has 5 different wins here and is looking for number 6.
Kind of love this matchup when they come to the line. They've been running so well the number of races, going back 4 or 5, and they're always really consistently running quick together, and this is no exception here this weekend in the Indy.
And when I went into the pits after the semifinals, Greg Anderson looked at me and said, hey, we've won Indy. And in fact, Jason told me we're living a dream. We feel like we've just won the championship.
the advantage off the starting line by 300ths. Should be enough.
And it is. Greg Anderson has done it again. Used the hole shot, the 0.33, 6.55, actually shorter ET than his teammate Jason, but he left properly and has a win.
Well, if Jason didn't like this race before, he's going to hate it now. He just went low. He needed the meat, got beat on a hole shot. That's that's not good.
Oh, Dave.
Well, Rob Downing leads this team along with Jeff Purley and Tommy Utt, and it's got to be tough in one vein to see low elapsed time not win the Mac Tools U.S. Nationals, but the 29th time this team has qualified 1 and 2, but the first time in Indy. Unbelievable weekend.
Yeah, no, it's a great weekend for Summits. Guys back at the shop for Ken Black. Both cars in the final in Indy. Can't get better than that. And going into the countdown, good momentum. So we're real happy.
Doesn't get old for the crew guys either. I mentioned the 29th time they've qualified 1 and 2. Just their 23rd win when Greg and Jason have qualified in that position. It's a percentage of 79% of the time. Incredible performance.
That should tell you just how much it means to these people to win at the U.S. Nationals. And Greg Anderson has now done it for a 6th time in his career, 70th career win, number 4 all-time NHRA competition, and you do it on a hole shot against your teammate. You going to be able to live with him?
I told him last night he made me mad. He shouldn't have done that last night. He should not have snuck that pole away from me. Proud of the boy, though. Proud of everybody on this race team. The race team won after the semifinal. We couldn't lose, but you know what? If you're a driver, it sure matters to you. I guarantee it mattered to him, and it sure matters to me to win the U.S. Nationals. The Mac Tools U.S. Nationals is where it all started for me. First final round ever. Here we are. 6 wins. I cannot believe it. Thank you so much, everybody. Ken Black, Summit, Pontiac, Mac Tools, obviously. Yes, I love this place. Ken, you got to get out here and have fun with us, man. We are having a ball. The cars are rocket ships, and we're loving life, baby. Loving life. Yeah!
Yeah! And with Jason Line, who comes in second to his teammate. Now, Jason, you and Greg said it didn't matter who won, but the look on your face tells me it did.
Oh, it definitely matters. But, you know, he did a great job, and I did not. So if you want to be the champ, you got to beat the champ. But I didn't do that today. So it's one of those things. But had a better Indy than I normally have, which I'm not really saying a whole lot. But it is what it is. So we try again.
Thank you, Jason.
Well, we've written in 2 names in those champion boxes that I showed you on the ladders at the start of the show. And now the Nitro names will come up. Funny car, Nitro is on the line. 500 cubic inches. Supercharged. Running on nitromethane, making 8,000 horsepower. That's right. There's 16,000 horsepower sitting there with Bob Tasca and Mike Neff.
And guys, as we look forward to the Nitro Finals, how cool is it that we have 2 championship-winning cars with different drivers racing for a Mac Tools U.S. Nationals crown this year? And the first one is right here in Funny Car, where Mike Neff is driving the same Castrol GTX machine that John Force drove to his 15th championship. The other guy, Dale Worsham, is coming up. The only difference is, remember, Mike Neff driving and tuning his own car.
Bob Tasca III says he can't believe that they're in the finals at the U.S. Nationals after running what he called an aluminum recycling plant this weekend during qualifying. He thinks he needs to run an 06 to beat Neff. Hadn't run that yet this weekend. He says they ran an 05 at Bristol, so he knows they can do it, and they're going to try right here.
Neff's got him. Mike Neff has won the U.S. Nationals. 406, 314. He tuned his car. He said that's 99% of it. It's that little detail of that 1% of driving it. He's got that mastered too. John Force Racing wins in Funny Car.
How good is Mike Neff at tuning this race car? Then he wanted to leave it alone, run another 406. He went 408, 406, 406, and another 406 in the final. You see Bob Tasca, that thing was a little bit lean going down there, lit it up just before the finish line and caught it on fire. Tough break.
And down at the starting line, it's a rather quiet John Force surveying everything. Bob Tasca is out of the car. He is okay as John Force Racing celebrates its 10th Mac Tools U.S. Nationals win.
You know, it's pretty amazing
two young kids, Mike Neff and Bob Tasca Jr., racing to win Indy. I know I've lived the dream. I've been there, done it. Hope to do it again. But to see them put all the sponsors, all of our sponsors together in one final, you know, Castrol and Auto Club, Brand Source, Mac Tool, Ford, and then Motorcraft and Quick Lane. I mean, it's unbelievable. And see him fight it out. Neff got the win. He ran good. That kid's got magic. And he can really drive a race car, but so can Bobby. So Ford ought to be proud. All the sponsors ought to be proud. And I'm crying here. It's good.
As a father, it's always good to see your kids, and in John Force's case, your team do well.
Mike Neff rolls in. He'll be talking to Gary Gerald in just a minute. Neff lives on the northeast side of Indy, up on Geist Reservoir. You bet there's a party there tonight, Jamie.
Bob Tasca, tough break, but still runner-up at Indy. What do you take away from this?
Well, I tell you, I feel like I owned an aluminum recycling plant this weekend. Went through a lot of parts, but from Ford Motor Company, Quick Lane, Motorcraft, FordParts.com, you know, it was a gut-wrenching weekend. We had two missions. We had to lock into the top 10, which we did, and we wanted to win. We didn't do that, but our teammate over there, Mike Neff, and that other Ford, won the U.S. Nationals, 2 Fords in the finals. We'll go on to Charlotte. We're all right.
All right, thank you.
Mike Neff getting the congratulations here, and now the Pewter Wally. Zebby, the consistency of the car this day, how much does it ease the frustration you expressed in recent events when it looked like you were struggling maybe just a little off in trying to find that consistency?
I'll tell you, I've been struggling for about four races now. The Western Swing, and struggled here in qualifying, testing, but you know, today we made some big moves and it got back on track and picked a good time to do it. But oh man, this is the best one yet. It seems like I say that every time, but this really is. I've never won this as a driver or a crew chief, and so I just killed 2 birds with 1 stone today. So, but anyways, thank you God, thank you Castrol. I got my brothers out here, my kids, my family's all out here, and this is just unexpected because I wasn't feeling very confident this morning. I'm not going to lie, but we got people from Ford and Castrol, and this is the Mac Tools U.S. Nationals. It doesn't get any bigger than this.
Congratulations, Mike Neff.
And for further proof of just how big the Mac Tools U.S. Nationals is, look who's here. NASCAR star Tony Stewart. They're having problems with rain this weekend, so what? You jump on a plane and come take in the races, and you got the best seat in the house right here at the starting line.
Yeah, we're obviously close to Don Schumacher Racing, and our buddy Tony got out in the first round in the U.S. Army car, but we got washed out last night at Atlanta, so a couple of my guys from the crew and we flew to Illinois and ran a dirt modified today at the mile and got done at 1 o'clock and said we were going to come to the Nationals and catch the finals.
How about the noise up here? Is it anything compared to this?
Well, the bad thing is I got my engine tuner from Hendrick here, and I told him, I said, why can't you make my motor sound and feel like that? So putting the pressure on him today.
Hey, enjoy 8,000 horsepower. Total of 2 of them. It's 16th out. Great to see you here.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate it.
Then, of course, Tony gets back in his NASCAR Sprint Cup car and races at Atlanta tomorrow. Bob Tasca, dejected, walks away. Mike Neff begins his celebration.
Well, there's nothing better than winning Indy, and you can tell Mike Neff he was plenty happy about that.
Take a look at the points in Funny Car. The countdown is now set. Countdown to the championship begins at Charlotte, and there are the 10 guys, and the new points settings will come in. Mike Neff will lead the pack as we go to the countdown to the championship. Let's go to Dave Reed.
And let's talk a little bit about the Top Fuel final that is coming up between Del Worsham and Antron Brown. Del Worsham driving Larry Dixon's championship-winning car from a year ago. And when you total up all the final rounds, how about that car being 18-1? But Antron Brown feels that they have got a great Matco Fuels car as it roars to life right now. And all day long, they've been trying to run in the 370 range. They think they are right there right now, and they may need it coming up against that Alan Abbey dragster.
Top Fuel These are the kings of the sport. Antron Brown and Del Worsham. Both are trying to win for the first time in a different class than they have won here before. Del Worsham did it in funny car. Antron Brown did it twice on a pro stock motorcycle. One of them is going to join this group.
And boy, what a group that is. Don the Snake Perdome, Kenny Bernstein, Ed the Ace McCullough, Jim Head also did it. It's an elite group here. We're going to add one more to that. Who will it be, though? Del Worsham or Antron Brown? Both of these guys are running very well coming into this final round. It's pretty much you pick them. Lane choice going to Del Worsham. He takes the left lane. Top Fuel is like the left lane. Funny Cars likes the right lane. I'll tell you what, I don't think there's any difference.
Mike, I was talking to Del a little while ago, and he said the fans are getting what they paid for right here. Number 1 and 2 in the points. Number 1 and 2 as far as qualification goes. He said that's really all he had to say going in. But he did add that if I win the U.S. Nationals in this dragster, I'm going to have a lot to say to Gary Gerald at the far end.
Motorcycle. Now in Top Fuel, it's Antron Brown who doubles up, and he lives right here on the west side of Indianapolis. There's another party we can go to. Dave Reed.
Well, somewhere in the middle of a gaggle of people wearing Matco Tools colors is a crew chief that has won the Mac Tools U.S. Nationals with Mike Ashley tuning a funny car. But now, Brian Karate, you've doubled up, man. You've tuned a top fueler to a Mac Tools U.S. Nationals crown. What does this moment feel like right now?
Oh, this is one of the best moments of my life right now in my racing career. I mean, I did it in 07 with Mike Ashley and only dreamed of doing it in Top Fuel.
How hard is it to do in 2 categories?
Very hard. I mean, there's a lot of things going through your mind, you know, when you're up here at the U.S. Nationals. You want to be the best. You know, you've won it before. You know the mindset, and my team helped me pull it together. They're the best.
How about Antron Brown? He now doubles up, winning the U.S. Nationals in Pro Stock Motorcycle and Top Fuel. What does that driver mean to this team?
Antron is the best guy on our team. He keeps us up. And this is why we're in this winner's circle, because of him. He doesn't let our emotions get the best of us.
When it comes to emotions, we know Antron's going to have some of those at the far end. Get ready, Gary.
Coming right at us. He's already up out of the